From Psalm 139, verse 1. It says, "O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me." When I read that, it's a really comforting verse, but it's a little intimidating at the same time. To think that God knows everything about me. Well, Psalm 139 is David reflecting on how deeply God knows him. And he says that God knows him when he sits down, when he stands up, when he goes different places from the very beginning of time. God understands his thoughts, even though God is far sometimes, it seems like. That God sees every path that he takes. In other words, what David is saying is that nothing in his life is hidden from God. And what's kind of amazing about that or interesting about that is David in this chapter, which I think you should read the whole thing, does not respond with fear. He is actually grateful. He responds with wonder and thanksgiving, and he realizes something powerful that I think we should realize, that the God who knows him completely, the God who knows him completely still stays near to him. God sees the good in his life. God sees the struggles in his life, and God sees the part of him that he'd rather hide. And it's the same for us. God sees us for who we truly are. And instead of running from us, he made a way for us to have a relationship with him. He did not walk away. Instead, really, his knowledge becomes the foundation of our relationship. The knowledge of who we are built the relationship that he has with us. He made a way. So I've been thinking about this. If this is how God sees us, if he knows everything about us, our insides, our outsides, our coming, our going, and all the different parts of who we are, the question is, in my life, and I invite you to ask yourself this same question: where am I pretending with God instead of being honest? It's kind of true. Sometimes we say polite little prayers. We keep certain thoughts or struggles behind a wall. We don't even want to acknowledge them. But Psalm 139 reminds us of something important. God already knows. He already knows. He knows if you're angry. He knows if you're afraid. He knows if you're struggling, if you're dealing with something that you don't even want to talk to God about. He knows, which means honesty with God is not a risk. It's actually free. You're free. It's freeing to have this relationship with God where you're completely honest. So I would say today, what I'm committing to and what I hope you commit to is to bring your real thoughts to God, your doubts, your hope, your frustrations. You don't have to impress Him. That's not what it's about. You don't have to sound great. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to come to Him. That's the key. I think that's the important thing. Being known by God is not something to be afraid of. We don't have to cower. We don't have to be afraid. We have to stand in faith that what Jesus did was enough for us to stand boldly, confidently in the throne of God without fear, with actual wonderful, wonderful peace. And that's really the beginning of a real relationship anyway, right? Trust. And I encourage you to trust in God today. And so the way I would pray, and I hope that you pray, is, Lord, thank you. Thank you for knowing me completely. Thank you for knowing the real me. Thank you that I do not have to hide from you. Lord, show me how to live an honest life in your presence. Show me how to pour everything that I am out, Lord, in your presence. Thank you for loving. Thank you for your wonderful grace. Thank you for mercy that withholds the judgment that I so rightly deserve. Thank you for your son, Jesus. You are so good. You are so good. So I hope that you have a good day today. It's rainy here. It was kind of a stormy night. It was kind of nutty. But I think it's going to be a beautiful day. We need the rain, right? If we want to have grass and flowers and all the trees and all that stuff. So, and for us to live, right? We got to